Hey, it's been a while. You may notice something different. I haven't had a haircut in 18 months. I'm thinking I might get this trimmed soon. It's gotten to the point where it's just too long. Like every now and then I feel like it looks pretty good. I've gotten weird random compliments from people about it. But yesterday I was combing my hair. I had so many knots, it was ridiculous. But anyway, it's been, let's see, last time I recorded was in December of 2020. And it is currently August of 2021. So I just thought I'd give a little update. Let's see, what has happened since I recorded last? I started running again. I had been running a little bit, I think, whenever I was filming the initial videos. But this time it actually took off, and I ran a 10K of the War Eagle. I did it. The War Eagle trail race, 10K. I've done that 3 other times in the past. This makes my 4th. And I signed up in November for a 13-mile trail race, and my training for that starts today. So I have a 12-week training program. I've been keeping track of my training up until now, starting with the training program that I had for my 10K. But I've got this training program. That's all. You probably can't see it. Maybe I'll put a graphic up. But today I'm due to run 2 miles. Wednesday I will run 3 miles. Friday my plan is to run 4 miles, which is no big deal. Last week I ran 5 or 7 miles. But I covered 7 miles, about 5 of it, maybe 4.5 of it was running, and I kind of hurt the back of my knee. So I'm taking my time, and over the next 12 weeks I'm going to follow the mileage on this to the T. Like, possibly I will go less, but I will not do more than this on a given day. So that's that. I'm hoping to eventually get planned to run a full marathon in 2022, as well as an ultra marathon. I want to go run this one again, the War Eagle trail race, but I want to do the 50K if I stay healthy. And then the following fall, maybe the Ouachita 50 miler, with an ultimate goal of doing the Arkansas Traveler 100. Because I'd love to do the Western States 100, but you have to qualify for that. One of which means you have to run 100 miles before that. Anyway, so that's the running. I've also managed to lose like 10 pounds since you probably saw me last. My waist size hasn't gone down very much, but man, you should see my legs. They look like they were chiseled out of marble. Okay, what else? I've got 3 or 4 commissions that should be starting soon. Haven't started them yet because people are still in the first and second week of school, and I didn't want to bother them with it. I say a lot. I started taking jazz piano lessons maybe 3 or 4 months ago. Just realized I haven't even thought about the lighting in here. It's probably not great. Holly's back in school, starting her 15th year as a teacher. Alex and I are still podcasting away. I think we've had 73, 74 episodes now. Oh, just got this bad boy. So my printing, my self-publishing is about to start getting serious. I'm working with Brian Gott to help me come up with better score covers that don't require so much color because currently my covers look like this, and that just requires way too much color because it's already going to be expensive enough to replace the toner. But theoretically, it'll be cheaper in the long run. So in September, I'm going to reach out to some retailers and maybe start doing some sales there in addition to just my website, so that all these pieces that I have that got commissioned and performed once, maybe they can get a second, third, fourth, 10th, 20th, 30th performance around the world instead of just in Northwest Arkansas. What else? I've recently gotten into film photography. One downside of this, I had to dismantle my synth table, so I can't as easily do that. All of that stuff's over here now, so it's not as easy to get to my synthesizer stuff, but I still want to do that. Let me think. Had I released Cable Theory whenever the last video happened? I've got an album, Cable Theory, and I released it through Odd Pop Records and made some tapes myself. Loud neighbors all the time. I used a lot of that synthesizer gear to make Cable Theory. I made just a random joke on Twitter about just randomly plugging it in, hitting record, Ornette Coleman style, where I don't actually know how to play it, but I just want to make cool sounds on it and see what comes out of it. And the guy who helped me publish Cable Theory pitched the idea of calling it String Theory, Volume 2, because that's Cable Theory, Volume 1. We just tossed Volume 1 on it because hopefully there's another volume. So maybe in another year's time, I'll have a second album out, utilizing strings, my guitar, maybe my ukulele, violin, stuff like that. And then I had a thought about making my third one utilizing tapes, like tape loops. Call that Tape Theory, Volume 3. While it's been hot, I've attempted to get out for my run early in the morning, but I just didn't feel like it today. So it's going to be a hot one. Probably feels like 95 to 100 right now if I had to guess. But they say running in the heat is good for you. Makes your capillaries work more efficiently or something. So it's only a 2-miler. This shouldn't be too bad. Look at this. Just walks through spiderwebs. My thing has slowly been breaking. And it looks like before today is up, my last stitch effort is going to fail. Something I hadn't accounted for is how much longer it takes you to run while setting up camera angles. So my first mile is way slower than it should be. So for my second mile, I won't be doing any filming so that I can actually run. This tiny little piece holding on out of sheer force of will. Any second now it's going to fall off. Hey there, dear. It happened. I guess I'm holding it the rest of the run. Well, so I'm done with that run, and let me tell you, I learned something. Filming while you run is a skill, and I don't have it. It slowed me down so much. It was like 2 to 4 minutes slower than my average mile. So kudos, hats off to those of you that can do this and it doesn't slow you down completely. All right, I'm gonna walk this one out and try to calm down so I can do my stretches. All right, I'm back from my run, and it was just 2 miles. I felt pretty good about it. I do have a few things I realized. Filming with a camera while you're running is tough. I just had my phone, but it was on a tripod so that with the bendy legs so that I could mount it to things. and it slowed me down by maybe 2.5 minutes per mile, more than what I was used to, which was kind of annoying. So I don't think I'll be filming like every run in preparation for this race, or for my 100-miler. It just took up too much headspace. So probably will only be saving this for special occasions. Second thing, it's super awkward talking to a camera. I only did it a few times. And I've taken it before where I'm just kind of carrying it, but somehow actually having it on a tripod, mounting it to something and talking to it, it was a little weird. Also, it was hot. I got this tank top that I wear sometimes, and I wish I had taken it. But even though I feel like we're getting close to the days when it might start getting cooler, it's still hot out there. Yeah, my watch bit the dust, or the watch strap, which is kind of unfortunate because I bought a new watch strap, a replacement watch strap, and whenever I was using the screws to take the thing out, one of the screwdrivers stripped out. And I emailed the company trying to see if I could get a replacement, and I've never heard back from them, so I guess I'll be going with something else. I felt good after the 2 miles, and I always kind of feel good once I'm about a half a mile into my cool down run, and it makes me wonder if I need to be pushing harder. Not today of all days, because this training is not about building to a PR, personal record, at the 10K. I did it! This training is not about building to a PR at the 13-mile trail race. It's about staying healthy and being able to continue to train. So if I finish and I feel okay, maybe that's all right, especially on a run that's only 2 miles. Maybe I won't feel quite so good on my longer run of the week, which is in the 4-mile range. Curious to see if my levels were too high or if I was getting any rubbing whenever I was moving my hands around.